Who the hell named their cat Crody? Apparently Drake. Yeah. But, yeah, so welcome to another episode of the Chow and Dimes podcast. We're not going to waste your time with intros. We're just going to get right into it. Like and subscribe. Do all the little things that every single one of the people say.
And by the way, our last video was the most watched video on our channel so far. So it's pretty crazy. Yeah. And that was our, it's been a while video. So for that being the first or the best video, not the best, but the
we
most
thank you
viewed,
for that.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. So, yeah. Just had to bring that up.
That and the Conjuring house is actually up there as well.
Yeah, that one made sense, though, because, it's an interesting topic. So,
I need to buy
know.
those tickets, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I want to go so bad. Are you down to go?
Maybe.
Okay.
You know my opinion on it already.
Yeah.
So
because I've already talked to family, and I've got like 2 other nutcases that are down to go. So if you don't want to go,
I'm like, I don't know.
It just sucks because it's
not into it as much as you.
Yeah, it's 7 hours there and back. So you got to full commit to this because I'll be damned if I'm going to spend any amount of time there. Well, maybe not any amount of time, but besides the point, I'm not just going to be like, all right, guys, I got this Airbnb 10 minutes away from the house. No, I'm good. I want to sleep in my own bed, and if I hear a creak in the night, I'm whipping out my knife.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I don't know about that. But yeah.
Yeah, so I guess we could just, let's get into it.
Yeah. You want to talk about the Drake
I forgot
dish?
to add the... Nah, no. We'll just, you know what? We'll just name it...
3 dots. Because we don't know what to talk about. Yeah, that's fine.
Good enough.
But we'll have a title, though. We'll have a title.
We'll figure that out eventually. Yeah, so let's before we start getting into the whole Drake beef and the fact that he's BBL Drake and shit like that. Let's get into I guess we should let's just gloss over the NFL draft considering
we should.
Whatever. I mean, you guys got Roma Dunze.
No, we got Malik Neighbors.
Yeah. Damn it.
Roma
Bears got Roma.
Yeah,
Dunze.
he went to the Bears. It was crazy. But yeah, I like the Giants draft. I think they were gonna move up to get QB. I'm glad they didn't now because they really need to build that roster, and they got one of the best wide receivers in the draft. So I'm happy with that. Then they got safety, who's pretty good, and then they only got skill position, well, not skill positions, but corners, safety. They got no O-line. They didn't draft any O-line, which I'm okay with because they suck at choosing O-linemen. So they got some in free agency, but
no, your left tackle that you guys got a couple.
Oh
years
yeah,
back,
Andrew Thomas is good. Yeah, he's a beast. But otherwise, they're all kind of. They're we don't know what's gonna happen.
Definitely don't
every
need
year.
any help with that D line. That's for sure.
No, yeah, D line's looking good. So yeah, I mean, just a brief overview. I'm happy with it. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So it is what it is.
My team knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, your draft.
We got, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce his name. I think it's our first round pick this year, Fantano. We got 2 O linemen.
Yeah.
We got a center and then I think a right tackle, which.
Let's look.
Bro, the Steelers are building an offensive line, and I'm gonna fucking love it. I actually saw today that we didn't accept Najee Harris's 5th-year option, so this is a contract year for him.
That's crazy. They might be done with Najee.
I don't know. To be honest, I think this is a prove it year for him. But let's just stick with the draft. But
oh yeah, you guys got a good guard. You guys drafted guard and then a center. That's crazy.
Yeah, and then we got 3rd round, we got
Roman Wilson.
Why do I always think his name is Cedric Wilson? Well, Cedric Wilson is the guy from Miami. I don't know if he's a receiver. I'm pretty sure he's a receiver. Anyway.
Yeah, from Michigan. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
People are already giving him A-B comparisons. I'm like, whoa.
There's no way. Nobody's A-B.
Let's take a step back here. Let's not judge him before he's even taken a snap of football.
That's crazy,
yet.
though.
And we got another guy that I'm pretty high on from North Dakota State, the Peyton Wilson.
Yeah.
That guy, I don't know if anybody, well, I'm pretty sure everyone.
This dude's huge. Yeah. What the fuck?
Dude, did you see he runs like a fucking 4.4?
Yeah.
And
and he's 6'4", 230.
Dude, he's drawing comparisons to Luke Kuechly. To the point where Luke Kuechly was on one of these draft things, and he was like, "Yeah, the guy I think is going to be mirrors my game the most is this guy out of North Dakota State that the Steelers got." I'm just like,
damn. I picked up Steelers defense in my fantasy or dynasty fantasy league, so I'm expecting big things.
Well, you should, considering I think we're gonna have a top 3 defense.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because all the top defenses last year took a major step back, but I think we had a good draft. Well, I mean, I think the last 2 years we've had really good drafts. But
yeah, you have.
I also think the Steelers were going to make a play for DK Metcalf.
Oof.
I heard that on
nice.
the rumor mill, which I don't think it'll happen.
What receiver are you getting? You got to get somebody.
Well, I think we are, but I think what's going to happen is probably like post June 1st, like right before training camp.
Like Debo, or you getting Ayuk, one of those?
I don't know, because I feel like if we were going to get Debo or Ayuk, it would have been before the draft.
Yeah, but they're still going to trade one of them, so it's still open.
As long as
they're going to have to.
I don't think the Niners will trade them to Kansas City, but I don't know.
They got good wide receiver apparently.
Yeah, well,
Pearsall, apparently he's a stud.
They're like, wow, they got the speed demon. I'm like, okay, well, it's an Andy Reid offense. He's going to be used to the maximum of his potential, so don't act like this is like some whatever. But besides the point, I think we had a great draft. I think I don't know. I think we won our division this year.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because
I think so
Ravens
too.
lost good pieces. The Bengals are going to fall apart within the next 2 years.
I think you guys win. We're gonna have that's gonna be a good episode before the season starts. We'll do our predictions again like we did last year.
Yeah, hopefully we don't get fucking stomped like we did week 1 last year.
Yeah, I remember. I was saying. Remember our when we had our recap of like what we got right and stuff.
I was like sitting there just.
I literally was like, oh, Kansas City Chiefs, they're not gonna make it to the Super Bowl. Like they're gonna be out. Remember that? Yeah. And that was like before the postseason even started. I was already saying that. That was so funny. That is funny stuff.
Say it again this year.
I will. That might be one of my predictions.
Yeah.
That Patrick Mahomes has a really bad year. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know what I'm gonna think.
I don't know either.
But it'll be something to look forward to. Yeah. That's always a good one. So yeah, I mean I'm looking forward to NFL. I think next year's gonna be a good year. In general, I'm pretty hyped for it already.
I know we're still talking about like football and everything, but like, dude, this entire like Drake versus Kendrick Lamar thing.
Yeah.
I saw a meme the other day that was like Drake, Kendrick, Future, and like Metro are all beefing.
But
everybody's beefing.
So I get the idea of all that. Is that just for publicity? No. Are they doing it all for publicity? You think it's actual beef? You don't think they're in cahoots just to get some publicity?
Behind it. There's a lot of things behind it. Like, Kendrick, talking about, like, I don't even really know where to begin because Kendrick and Drake have not liked each other for like damn near 10 years.
So this is what I got out of the song the diss that Kendrick made. So I got out of it that Drake doesn't raise lyrics. I mean, I figured that. Like, we've known that for a while. He brought that up a lot. That Drake is a bad father. I think that was pretty personal, which apparently he has a kid, but he doesn't really ever see him or something. I don't know the personal life of him.
Dad.
Yeah. I mean, that's what Kendrick was saying in the lyrics. And then what else did I get out of it? I don't know. I mean, what do you get out of it? Because those are the two things I could think of at the top of my head. I don't know.
He's a fucking 40-year-old man acting like he's still in his 20s.
That was it. It's that he's a fake person in general, that he's just, going through life as a fake personality, all this stuff.
He's corny.
Yeah, that was it.
He's corny. Yeah. He don't write his own rhymes. How can you act tough but have inner whiteness? Bro, he's sitting here saying that he wants to revoke his N-word pass, and I'm just like... I'm like, damn.
But that's like...
I'm like, damn. No, but that's like...
Yeah, I get you.
But yeah, Drake doesn't write his own. Lil Yachty? Apparently Lil Yachty is one of his writers.
I like it. I like Lil Yachty. I think he's not appreciated as he should be, but that makes sense.
It depends with me. Like, I love Yachty I know there's people are going to be like, so you only like him for his first year? I like Yachty like pre-2018.
But what did Yachty write for Drake? What do you think he wrote? Like, what year of stuff?
Don't know.
Because a lot of Drake's recent stuff's been pretty bad.
It's trash.
Yeah. So, like...
Drake just... I don't know. My favorite is the one line where he says something about, like, oh, like, we have unfinished business, so don't ask me for features. And I'm just like...
You think some of these producers are coming up to Drake, like, I got the beat, I have the lyrics. I just need you, and you could get most of the cut.
Yeah.
I think that could be happening because a lot of the producers he has are kind of underground, but then he has some of the big time ones once in a while. You know,
Drake is big enough. Drake is big enough where, like, I'll speak for myself.
Yeah.
When this whole thing that Drake has ghostwriters first came out, like, damn near 10 years ago with the whole Meek Mill situation, I remember saying to, I don't remember who it was, but I said to somebody, I was like, dude, Drake could come out tomorrow and hold a press conference and say, yes, I have ghostwriters, and I'll still listen to him.
That's what I'm thinking too. Because it's a collaborative thing. Yeah. That's what music is.
But I don't think it's like I write a bar, you write a bar.
No.
I write a bar.
It's him.
It's you going, okay, I wrote you this song.
Yeah, it's like here's the lyric.
Here's the chorus.
Here's the flow.
Here's the first verse. Here's the second verse.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I've also like noticed this as well that like I don't know. Like as I've gotten older, I've just kind of realized that like maturing is realizing that Drake's new shit is shit compared to his old shit. But
yeah.
I listen to, Take Care from time to time because obviously, like I said on the podcast, it's one of my favorite albums ever. There's such a clear and stark difference between that Drake and not so much like, oh, he was singing and blah, blah, blah. No, I mean like just the style of rap. You could tell that it was Drake rapping.
Yeah.
Compared to now where it's like,
it's a lot of just randomness.
Not even that. It just seems very artificial. It seems like he's trying to be something that he's not.
Yeah.
He
doesn't have a distinct style anymore. You know? It's kind of left him.
I don't know.
He might have sold out, though.
Bro, 2011 me or 2013 me is hurting so bad. Future and Drake are beefing. Kendrick's beefing, and he slowed down with music. J. Cole has 2 more projects until he's over. Until he's retiring. Thug is in fucking jail. Lil Wayne hasn't dropped an album in damn fucking forever.
Well, I personally think that less is more, though.
I want Wayne to speak on this so bad. I want someone to just sit Wayne down and say, what the fuck is up with Audrey? Or Aubrey, whatever the fuck his name is.
Oh. Well, I mean, that's true.
That's Wayne.
He would know.
That's Wayne.
Yeah, he would know.
And Wayne would be the...
I don't know.
Fucking Rick Ross made a diss track on him. When's the last time you heard it from Rick Ross? No disrespect, but
I mean, yeah, it's true. I don't know.
And also, like, Drake's biggest like. Did you listen to Push Ups his return track? I wholeheartedly believe it's AI generated. Wholeheartedly.
I haven't listened to the new Drake in a while.
Have you ever heard the thing of like the shut your hoe ass up and make some drums?
I did hear about that. Yeah, I didn't know the context of it.
But I'm like, dude, this is like he's trolling. He's trolling. Yeah. This isn't like, yo, that was bars, dude. You're trolling. You're corny. What are you doing? What are you doing?
People still love him though. I mean, that's not gonna change.
Very true.
People still love him.
I've always said that there's certain artists that you can have on your thing that say feature their name that is such a safe feature. Drake is probably number 1 on that list.
Maybe
I'm gonna put Travis Scott up there too. I think
Travis is better than Drake right now.
Yeah, Drake. Well, I'm just saying I'm not saying like
in terms of features. I think he's better than feature.
Okay, well, I'm saying like these are like popular. I'm not saying like this one like definite 1, 2, and 3. I'm saying like I'm gonna give a couple names. I think Travis is up there. Mm-hmm. Drake, obviously. J. Cole is up there.
Yeah.
And I probably would put Uzi up there because I've heard a lot of songs that are absolutely garbage, but Uzi fucking puts the backpack on. New guy I've been listening to, Don Toliver.
I like Don Toliver. All his songs sound the same though. I don't know if you get that vibe, but a lot. I haven't really
in depth listened to him. Just
you'll find out.
But I feel like a lot of the times I see featuring Don Toliver, I'm like, oh.
He has a type of listening, like you listen to his songs and it's just really easy going. Like you're just like, oh, I vibe. This is just a vibe.
The Weeknd as well.
Oh, I love
Although The Weeknd is not going to be doing features anymore, but dude,
yeah, he's a legend.
The Weeknd is on your song, banger.
Yeah, well, he's a legend. He's a legend. He's talented.
I'm happy he never signed with Drake.
Yeah, well,
another person who's been sneak dissing, but like, dude. I'm pretty sure the difference between the falling out between Drake and Future was because of her loss, how he made a collab album with 21 instead of What a Time to Be Alive 2. Mm-hmm. And also on that project, he says, what would Pluto do? And it's a diss towards Future. And it's like, why are you dissing Future? And you know, I don't know if you've ever done like in-depth research.
Not really.
Like in-depth research, but like I watch a lot of YouTube videos, and when this first happened, I was just like, I need to know everything because I don't really have a lot of like drama in my life anymore. I try my best to stay away from it. But when it comes to like rap beef, oh bro, I fucking dive headfirst into it.
I think it's pretty interesting.
Because I'm like, is it petty or is it just stupid?
Well,
or
the fact that they're using music to roast each other is pretty sick. I mean, that's pretty cool.
Plus, also, We Don't Trust You is probably the best rap album we've gotten in a long time. Probably since Utopia. But I don't know, man. I personally love it just because it brings the best of music, you know? Like, when's the last time we've had, like, a true rap beef that was, like, on this caliber? Maybe not this caliber, but, like...
I mean, we had the Eminem one, but...
Between him and MGK?
But MGK is trash, so it didn't really count, you know? Like,
You should have never tried to rap and just keep...
That's the last one I can think of. I don't really know if there are many others.
Exactly.
Maybe J. Cole did one, but I can't remember.
No, J. Cole apologized to Kendrick because he knew. He knew Kendrick. I just don't understand it. I'm like, why would you? Especially from like Drake's perspective, like, dude, you're gonna fight a losing battle.
That's true.
This guy is like, there's a reason why, you know, a lot of people say that his first 3 albums are absolute classics.
Definitely. I
actually re-listened to Section 8.
It's a good one too. Project. That's a really good one.
I forgot how much I truly love ADHD, and there's another song on there that I really like.
Yeah.
But I fucking always forget the name.
Yeah. I love all those songs on the album. That one's really good.
Damn, I could listen to from start to finish.
Yeah, any song. Same. That was a great album. That album just has hits after hits. But yeah, Kendrick's great. I think Drake, like if we're go back to like his lyrics and stuff and who writes his stuff, I just think that, like what you were saying, if he just came out and said, yeah, I have these guys who helped me write lyrics, like if he was to bring up Yachty, dude, Yachty would be even bigger now. If that was like a case for some of his albums, like if it was a good album and he was like, yeah, Yachty helped me write this, he's not losing any credibility. You know what I mean? I doubt it. If anything, he's looking at as like a more humble artist because he's actually showing collaboration, you know, and I think that's humble. So it's just stupid for him to be so just caught up in his own ego like that. That's so dumb. I just don't get it.
He cares so much about being famous.
Yeah,
and it's like, dude, you're 40
crazy.
With a kid.
I mean, that's
it's 2024. It's not 2015 anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to know who wrote his old stuff though. Like that would be.
Well, I think he started to like really dive into ghostwriters. I think if you're reading this, it's too late because you could see a clear difference between. I think that was Take Care.
I love that album too.
Yeah,
that album's so good. That's my favorite Drake album. If you're reading this, it's too late. Yeah, that's my favorite Drake album.
What about Nothing Was the Same? Nothing Was the Same. Was that in between? Whatever. But there's whatever album was before. It was after?
I think so.
Whatever. Fuck it. Whatever album came before If You're Reading This, It's Too Late compared to If You're Reading This, It's Too Late is like starkly different.
I agree.
So,
yeah.
Like, I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and be like, whatever, but I don't know, man. I still always will say this about Drake. I think in terms of like Drake's albums, I think views, he got way too big off of views. Like, I mean, big enough to the point where it got into his head of how big he was. Pause. No Diddy. So, after that, it's like, you know, the next project he released was, I think that was More Life. More Life was just the leftovers from views that couldn't get on the album. So he was like, fuck it, let's put it there, add a couple hits, get a couple features, boom. And then the album after that was Scorpion, which I don't think was a bad Drake album. But the consensus is that it's
that was the last good one, to be honest.
Yeah, it's like a 50-50 project depending
Survival,
on Survival,
Nonstop, Elevate, all those songs are good. God's
I like
Plan.
Jaded off that album.
Mob Ties.
Jaded, Sandra's Rose.
Had 2 discs too.
After Dark.
25 songs.
Yeah.
Blue
and
Tint.
then after that, it was like, what were like the albums after that? Like honestly,
Care
Nevermind.
Package.
Care Package is just a reiterating of old songs that he, released on SoundCloud when SoundCloud was
Dark Lane demo tapes.
That shit was terrible.
That shit was I have a few songs saved from
Florida
it.
with Love was on that, and
Tootsie
even
Slide
then,
was.
Yeah, fuck.
Certified Lover Boy. I mean, at first we were like, oh, this is
I only
interesting,
like
but,
the I Miss You Too with him and Kid Cudi. The rest of the songs, I'm like, eh.
Yeah. You could tell after listening to an album for the first time, you're like, this is good, or this is like, eh. Like, you could tell right away. Like, some albums, like, people say, oh, give it a few listens, you'll get used to it. Sometimes it's true, but when it comes to rap, I feel like it's not.
I don't know. For me, I've always said I give you a clean listen from one to whatever. I'll listen to the songs I like, and then about a week or two later, I give it another clean listen, and I'm like, okay. I did the same thing with Uzi's album.
To me, it's like I'll like it right away if I like it. Like I probably won't. It probably won't be I gotta warm up to it type of deal. It'll be like I like this.
I also think it's like
That's
honestly,
me,
Nevermind. Honestly, Nevermind was one of the worst music projects I have ever fucking heard in my life.
Yeah, that was.
And
bad.
I'll say that with my chest. That project was so bad it made me not want to listen to Her Loss.
Yeah, I didn't even listen to the new Drake album at all. Now that I'm just looking at all his albums now, I didn't even listen to it. So
why would you?
I don't care about him that much. Everything, like you were saying before, everything from What a Time to Be Alive all the way to his earliest stuff is what I'll listen to now, pretty much. Maybe some of his new stuff.
You mean like Views?
As
Views
in
Back?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, even Views I won't listen to. Views is good. All right, I'll give it. Yeah, so Views Back. I'll do that then. Views Back I'll listen to. Everything
I'm
after
be
that,
honest with you. The only album by Drake that I really go back to is Take Care. Other than that,
Take Care is good.
From time to time, I listen to everything, but I'm not listening to Drake. How hard I'm listening to like Juice or Uzi or Post. A lot of like the bands I follow. Like I'm gonna be honest when I tell you this. When my Apple Music wrap up comes out this year, I have whole heart confidence that Drake probably won't even be in the top 10.
Same. Yeah, I don't even remember what my top 10 was like in terms of genre, because I definitely wasn't just rap. Had like electronic music and stuff.
Mine was so bad. Mine was like, and let's say, and like this is not a real number, but like let's say I had 10,000 minutes listened to, which I think it was a lot more than that. But anyway, I think like 8,000 of it was rap. 1,000 of it was rock and everything. But
that's pretty nuts. I mean. That's not like
I don't really care, man.
That's normal.
Majority of it is quite literally my top 5 artists, which are Juice, Post, Uzi, Travis, and
normal.
J. Cole.
Most people, they'll just be listening to the top guys. I remember I had this conversation. So this is back in college. I was talking to this one girl, and usually music is like something I bring up because it's like you get to know somebody through that. So. And I was asking her, I'm like, oh, what do you listen to? Like, what artists you like? And she's like, I hate mainstream artists. And I'm like, there's no problem with that. Like, I had no problem with that. And then I was like, well, I listen to some mainstream artists, some like, and I was naming like a few of them, like Travis Scott, stuff like that. And she's like, I just don't like any of those guys. I'm like, I mean, that's cool. At least like understand. I'm not hating on her for not liking the music, but I just feel like most people listen to that stuff, even if they don't. Like only listen to it, they like some of it. So for someone to just hate mainstream music and like no, I hate all
hard to believe.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like I just don't believe that she doesn't listen to any mainstream music, So that was like one instance. I'm like, what?
You never turned on the radio.
Exactly. But like I said, I don't have any problem if someone doesn't like mainstream music. I'm just thinking like there's definitely songs by some of these artists that you like. There's no way. But there's we've talked about this stuff before. We've moved on to different artists too. Like we don't listen to mainstream stuff all the time either. Like we try to find new stuff as well, which I love to do. So I think that's happening more and more nowadays, just because a lot of these guys are going, they're not producing like they used to.
They're also becoming a little bit more zesty.
That's big too, which is like what's going on? What's going on?
Dude, my favorite is I saw an interview where like somebody was like catching Uzi going out somewhere, and they like talking to him like, oh, like is it true that Love Is Rage 3 is gonna be your last like final retirement project? He's like, yeah, I think I'm still gonna make music, but I'm just not gonna be making music like that anymore. And they're like, oh, like
Why should he?
What ventures do you want to do after music? He goes, oh, I'll do maybe do some features here and there and blah blah blah. But like, I really want to move on to making women's clothes. I'm like, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. But like, that's
women's clothes.
Kind of a little bit of a left field thing. But now that I'm saying it out loud, I'm like,
didn't Travis Scott go to?
Makes sense.
Wasn't he going to Harvard or something for like designing stuff? I don't know.
All I know is that whatever.
I just heard something about that
shit that he's on. Him and Thug are on the same page.
It's like these guys are creative as hell, you know. Like they got that in them. So, but that's another thing.
I'm so mad Thug is in jail. Like I know a lot of people don't like Thug, but like I love like I feel the way about Thug, the way I feel about Gunna, where like.
I don't listen to either, really.
If Thug drops a song that I really like, it is the only thing I want to listen to.
Yeah.
But
I'm not into their style, but that's just me. I'm more into, like, I don't know, Travis Scott's style, even though his style is more unique than most people. But anyway, I was just going to say, like, a lot of these guys, they make good albums, and then they try too much, and that's why a lot of them make really bad albums years after they made those hits. I'm good with artists just limiting the amount of albums they make.
Chill.
And just making good stuff, dude. Like, you make 3 albums and all of them are good, and then you decide to be like, I'm done.
It's
like
Kendrick.
There you go.
And
dude,
I know we're probably going to be sucking
man.
Kendrick off for majority of the thing, but like, dude, Kendrick's never released a bad album. I haven't listened to his latest project, but like...
Dude, that's with anything, though. For most things. You don't make anything, like, creative-wise. Dude, everyone has... Most people, I'll say, have a limit of how much they could produce. That's just absolutely their style, whatever. You know? That's the peak of what their, I don't know, style is of music. So we saw that with all the artists we like. You know? The problem is they just can't produce what they used to. And that's nothing wrong with that. The problem is they just keep doing it, and it's like, dude, stop. Like, don't tarnish what you made.
The one person that I would say is like really like been consistently dropping good music. Future, bro.
Oh, Future, yeah, that's
true. Future's. I mean, just rack my brain a little bit, but I don't remember a Future project that was really bad. Actually, no, there is one.
What?
There's one that comes to my mind right off the top of the dome. This is gonna hurt me to say, but the collab project that he made with Uzi. There's 20 songs or whatever on that.
Oh, I think I remember that one.
Dude, some of those songs are so bad, and I'm like, how?
Is this a new one?
No, I think it's from like 2021, 2022.
I can't remember.
But, dude, like, there's maybe 4, 5 songs on that entire project.
Oh. Pluto, Baby Pluto.
Yeah, that one. Heart in Pieces is probably the most underrated song on that entire.
Yeah, this album I didn't like at all.
Yeah. Heart in Pieces, though, is really good.
Yeah, I'm trying
Heart in Pieces is good. I like Tic Tac, but whatever. Smoking and Drinking, Baby Sasuke. But just, like, that in my mind is probably the only, like, truly bad project. But other than that, I mean, like, his latest one, I Never Liked You, slaps. I still listen to it.
Favorite album?
We're not even going to go back to, like, pre-2016 Future, because if you're going to sit here and tell me that he produced a bad album at any point then, you're crazy. What are you going to sit here and tell me? You're going to tell me 56 Nights was terrible? I'd still be listening to March Madness. How about Monster?
Well,
Codeine Crazy is one of the best songs Future's ever made.
Yeah, March Madness is one of the best rap songs, like, of this generation, in my opinion.
Oh, March Madness?
Yeah. I think everyone recognizes that beat second that comes on.
Of course.
The LeBron Jordan debate. Let's settle that.
I mean, we could spend an entire episode doing
that. Let's just, because we have the same opinion, let's just settle it real quick. LeBron changed the NBA for the worse because he started super teams, period.
No, you can't.
I think you can, because there was no such... okay, they had super teams back in the 90s and stuff, early 2000s, but they were made organically, I think, more so than what they are now. Because nowadays, big-time stars, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, they go to the teams that already have the established culture. Dude, that's just, I just hate that. Like, yeah, Shaq went to the Lakers. I get it. But, I mean, Kobe was a kid then. I mean, he was young. We didn't see his true potential. Dwayne Wade, he already was a Hall of Famer before LeBron got there. Steph Curry was. They already won a few championships by that point.
What about the 08? What about the Celtics?
Well, that's a good point. No, that's a good point.
Super teams have been around forever. Since Bill Russell with the fucking 6 Hall of Famers and everything. There's always going to be super teams, but I don't know. For me, I always kind of say it like this. In my head, and I love when these LeBron sexuals bring this up. They always say, oh, well, look at the competition. Yeah, well, Jordan wasn't,
Look at the competition nowadays.
Jordan was the person to beat. Nobody ate on Jordan's plate.
Yeah, he was that good.
I can name 3 players on the top of the dome that ate on LeBron's plate.
Yeah.
Tim Duncan, Dirk Nowitzki, Steph Curry. I've told people, I'm like, listen, this is my new thing to say.
King.
I want to piss people off is what I say. LeBron's not the most influential basketball of this generation. It's Steph Curry.
Yeah.
You want to argue with me about that? Okay, did LeBron make a mid-range jumper effectively useless? No. Oh, he didn't. Oh,
yeah, Curry
cool.
changed the game.
He broke basketball. Like I always say, Steph Curry lit the league on fire, broke the league, and threw it over his knee to the point where kids aren't doing layup lines anymore. They're shooting threes. And is that good for the game? It's up for your interpretation. It depends on what style of basketball you like. If you like it where you just throw it into the post and let your big guy go to work, then you don't like it. But if you like motion offense and, backdoor cuts and everyone has a thing to do, then, yeah, you like it. But
see, I don't know. Like, I don't have Steph Curry over LeBron, though, like, for my rankings. But I do agree with you. I think he had a bigger impact on
I'm
a
not saying I
generation.
have Curry over LeBron.
No,
I'm
but
just saying that
impact-wise, I mean, that's what we rank him over. That's how we rank these guys, in my opinion, personally. Like, how much have you impacted the game? So, like, that's why I have Jordan 1, LeBron 2, Kobe 3, because those 3 impacted the game the most.
I switched Bron and Kobe.
You think you have Kobe too?
Yeah.
Like I'm fine with that too because Kobe literally, he was Jordan too. Like he was literally the second Jordan that we've seen. Like before LeBron even was around. So if that's the pinnacle, if Jordan's the pinnacle, Kobe is right there. He's right there.
He made shooting hoops with a paper ball into your trash can.
And his mindset, Mamba mentality and everything, like that's sick. Like that's awesome. So
also, these guys didn't have to change teams 3 to 4 times in order to win.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I said
Loyalty
LeBron is so ridiculous.
Yeah.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. You move to Miami, you fail your expectations completely. Like they not 5, not 6, not 7. Like, dude, who says that and doesn't perform? Like, you think Jordan would have said that and then not actually gotten that result?
Or how about
this
latest thing that he's just like, oh, it's just basketball, bro? There are interviews going around of Kobe.
It's excuses.
Where he's down 1-3 or whatever about these.
Yeah, and he doesn't want to talk
and
at
he's
all.
like, no, he's like sitting there. He's like, well, I might just be a fucking psychopath, but like, I think we could still win.
Well, yeah,
and
that
LeBron's
too.
like, it's just basketball.
Yeah.
And walks away. I'm like, dude, you have no competitive edge. You
Zero.
have no switch in your head that makes you go psycho.
Because
like,
you know why? Because it's his ego is based less around basketball than what Kobe's ego and Jordan egos were. Their ego was only basketball. LeBron's not.
Ego. I would just say
it is though. Well, that's part of ego.
That borderline psych. Like,
but LeBron does
psycho.
more outside the game than either Kobe or Jordan did. So they have a bigger reputation outside of basketball.
Also, these guys didn't play.
I mean, LeBron
like,
does.
Bron, I don't know. I've always said it. Like, listen, the LeBron James formula is very simple to listen to, hear, see, everything. He leaves a team, comes into a new team, nukes all of their assets in
Isn't
order
that crazy?
to win now.
Yeah.
Then once he's done winning now, he leaves. He did it to Cleveland twice. He did it to Miami. And he did it with the Lakers. The Lakers nuked their entire championship roster in order to bring in Russell Westbrook. Yeah, and how'd that work out? But if you ask LeBron about it, oh, it wasn't my fault. I don't make the decisions. Yes, you fucking do. You're going to sit here and tell me with a straight face that Rob Pelinka or whoever the fuck is in charge now, I don't know if Rob Pelinka's still alive.
He's fired how many coaches now?
No, but think of it like this. You're going to tell me that you're the star player. You're the guy. You're the bus driver. You're whatever you want to say. You're the star. You're the franchise. You're the guy that you walk in the stadium and the first fucking billboard you see is you. I'm the manager, right? If I want to bring in X player, I'm going to walk up to you and say, hey, I'm thinking about bringing in an X player. How do you think they would be? And you say to me, oh, I want him. Okay, word. My star player wants him. I'm going to bring him in. I bring him in, and then doesn't work out. Oh, it's my fault.
Yeah.
I could never.
He has so much power that, like, all these LeBron fans, like, who say that he's better than Jordan, they don't realize how much power LeBron has and how much he's failed with that power. Like, simply as that. Like, that's literally what you're saying. Like, just, and it's a shame. Like, you might say, oh, longevity.
Oh,
Dude, if Jordan played 20 years, he would have had so many more points than LeBron. How many years did even Jordan play? Probably 13. Like 13, yeah.
I say to people.
So, and he didn't, you know why? He went to play baseball. He was a fucking athlete, dude. Jordan was an athlete. He said, I'm tired. And also, he had personal issues, like, that were big time. His father died, was murdered. Like,
well, I also think that he had a fucking bad
gambling addiction. So it's like, these are personal issues that, like, back then, they don't have social media or anything. Imagine something like that happening now. Like, these guys nowadays have so much on the line for personal view-wise. Like, LeBron will do anything to make sure his personal view amongst everyone doesn't get a negative or doesn't have a negative impact on himself or something like that. So, dude, Jordan had so much on his, like, in his way. Like, he had problems, and he had his father. He wanted to play baseball. I don't know. Dude, there's so much about Jordan that we learn now that it's just like,
dude,
we
Jordan
look back
didn't
and we're just
retire
like, wow.
for those 2 years, I think they win 8 straight.
That's what I'm saying. Like, LeBron, dude, he owns the NBA. Let's just put it as a fact. He owns this league. And he hasn't done...
I don't know many people that own the league that get swept in the first fucking round.
That's... Exactly. It's a joke, dude.
I shouldn't be laughing. My team didn't even fucking make it, but
you're right.
My team's expectations compared to LeBron's team's expectations, I mean,
dude, you're right though. I just don't get. I'm just tired of people seeing LeBron as this amazing talent and not looking past that and seeing what else he's done with his career. Like, everything else is negative, bro.
I hate the people that'll be like, oh, he's 39. I'm like, okay, why are you glazing him? Like, dude,
wasn't Kobe like 30?
And he's like, LeBron shouldn't be doing this stuff at 39. I'm like, hey, does he get knee pads for you as well?
It's like, bro, I get it. He's a great athlete. Guess what? You keep your body healthy nowadays, and you have great nutrition. He spends millions of dollars on his body a year. Yeah, you're gonna be a fucking good. You're gonna stay healthy, bro.
Could you imagine if Jordan or Kobe...
Dude was smoking cigars and drinking alcohol every night, bro. I'm exaggerating, but like that was Jordan's lifestyle.
Could you imagine if they had that level of sports science back then? Jordan played for 13 seasons. He got 30,000 fucking points. Jordan... There's been 4 times in the NBA where the scoring leader... The scoring leader has made an All-NBA first team. 4 times. All 4 times. Michael Jordan. Jordan.
Also defensive player of the year as well. Yeah.
And then LeBron's sexuals will be like, well, he would have won that in 2013. Yeah, but he fucking didn't. So would-haves and should-haves, whatever.
I know it's not.
I could sit there and tell you I would have been 6'4", but in reality, I'm not.
And I know it's not appreciated as much, but, dude, the dunk contest as well. Like, remember LeBron just like, yeah, I'm not doing dunk contests. Yeah. Like, bro.
He killed it.
You want to actually, like...
He killed it.
Like, make another mark on your reputation in this league? It's like, you do the dunk contest.
The precedent to the point where if LeBron would have done it, yeah, he has a fucking dunk contest and layup lines. Big fucking whoop.
He was scared of losing it, let's be honest.
No, he was scared of injuries.
No, I think it's another ego thing. It's like, I'm not going to win it, so I'm not going to do it type of deal. Jordan, meanwhile, is like, bro, I'm going to smack everybody in this contest, and I'm going to just destroy what I'm gonna do stuff no one's ever done before.
Jordan was like,
So
dunk
that's
contest,
just-
I can win. Say word.
Yeah, it's like exactly. It's that competitive edge, dude. It's a difference. Kobe had it too. You know, it's just like it's sick. These are the athletes I want to admire. So LeBron's not. He's not that guy, bro. He's just not him. He's not.
Yeah. Well.
And athletes shouldn't like look at LeBron and be like, I want to emulate his career. It's like, yeah, longevity wise, you do. But you don't want to completely destroy 3 franchises like he has too. Miami hasn't. Cleveland he has.
Cleveland he did the first
Lakers
time.
he
The second
has.
time they were well aware and accounted for it.
Yeah, like Miami. I mean, Miami's really good, stable franchise. But yeah, it's a shame, dude. Whoever franchise he goes to next, please don't be the Knicks. That's all I'm saying. Please don't be the Knicks. I do not want LeBron on the Knicks. Period. Like, come on, dude.
Dude, New York would go fucking crazy.
I mean, yeah, they would go. Everyone would be so hyped about it, but who's he bringing in? Who's he taking out?
Who's he trading?
Julius
Who's he
Randle?
trading?
You're taking Julius Randle out, and that's it? I'll take that. But don't
Yeah, but he'd
don't
be like-
take
he'd
out
be like,
a lot of
okay.
other guys.
He'd be like, okay, I need somebody that's, the exact team. I mean, he builds the same exact team every single year. It's
He
just
does need a
3
point guard, though.
It's a 3-and-D players. That's all it is.
Yeah. I mean,
And guys that are good, whatever. But I
don't
think,
know.
yeah.
and also for people who think that we should argue more about topics, like I think it's good that we agree on stuff because then we get to get our full opinions out on things. But we also do disagree on stuff too, which
Also, if we argue, it just turns into a screaming match.
yeah, we'll probably like not get a
I mean,
point
we'll
out.
argue. We argue about football, but
Yeah.
I
But-
still think you saying Caleb Williams is a top 15 quarterback right now
Oh.
is fucking crazy.
No, it's not.
That's
they make the
fucking
playoffs. He's automatically
crazy.
a top 15
They're not
quarterback.
making the playoffs, dude. Look
You're
who's in their
fucking
division.
wild. But anyway, thanks for watching. We'll have another episode soon, so stick around, like, subscribe, share this to people, let everyone know that you're watching us. So
Tell us in the comments what your favorite color is.
don't do that.
Yeah, they can.
But yeah, comment though. Like if you're watching this for the first time, comment. If you got to this point, comment.
I want to hear all of your little stupid little opinions about everything that we've said.
Yeah.
Especially you LeBron sexuals. I would love to read those comments and just hear all the bullshit. He'll sit there and be like, well, LeBron in 2018 had one of the greatest playoff runs ever. And I could just look at you and be like, you do know there was a reason why it was called the Eastern Conference
Dude.
for fucking 10 years,
We'll get
right?
on you if you bring up LeBron. All right, that's all I'm saying.
I'll just
so
look at you and just be like, Dirk Nowitzki, Steph Curry,
yeah.
Kevin Durant.
All right, we're
Tim
done.
Duncan.
We're done.
All right.
See ya.